Hello friends, you are watching YouTube channel WNN. And we will tell you the forecast of upcoming storms and rains. If you want to get all weather information instantly, for this you should subscribe our channel and watch the weather news. If you like our video or if you get any benefit from it, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
Freddy is located 341 kilometers east-southeast of Europa Island, and has moved south-southwestward at 6 kilometers per hour, 3 knots, over the past 6 hours. Recent microwave imagery provides high confidence to the fact that the primary steering mechanism is currently in the process of shifting from the near equatorial ridge, which has driven the system east-southeastward over the past 24 hours, to the subtropical ridge. To the south, all global and most mesoscale deep-layer mean model fields show the steering gradient will completely shift from the north side of the system to the south within the next 12 hours. At this point, Freddy will end up on a northwestward heading, as the subtropical ridge builds over Zaire and extends far to the southeast of Madagascar, providing a nice gradient for Freddy to slide up through the remainder of the forecast. The near equatorial ridge does not disappear however, and in fact begins to build once more after 3 days, and the next 4 days the near equatorial ridge and subtropical ridge will be roughly equal in strength, leading to another round of competition over which will dominate the steering flow. In response, Freddy begins to slow to bare steerageway by the end of the forecast. Little in the way of intensification is expected through the first 12 hours or so of the forecast, as the system remains relatively close to land, faces moderate to high shear and moderate amounts of upwelling, and having parked over the same general area for 24 hours. As the system starts moving northwestward and away from land, conditions are expected to improve, allowing the system to jump up in intensity in 36 hours. How strong the system can get in the first 36 hours will have a major impact on subsequent intensification, as convergent southerly flow will move in 2 days, and if the system cannot establish a strong core of convection and an anticyclone aloft, then it will not be able to intensify much. The JTWC forecast assumes the establishment of the above factors, and thus calls for steady intensification over the next 4 days. Around this time the system will move over a pool of high ocean heat content waters, while simultaneously slowing, which should allow for a burst of intensification through the end of the forecast period. Deterministic and ensemble track guidance, with the exception of HWRF, GAWIM and NAVGEM, is in fairly good agreement. The bulk of the consensus members lie within a very tight envelope that tracks off to the northwest and supports the JTWC forecast. The HWRF meanwhile tracks the system towards Beira, Mozambique, significantly further southwest than all the other models, while the NAVGEM and GAWIM turn the system back towards Madagascar after 3 days. For the purposes of this forecast, these models are discarded as unrealistic outliers. The GFS and GEFS ensemble, while contained within the narrow track envelope, significantly outpace all the other guidance, tracking the system inland over Mozambique just after 4 days. The JTWC forecast lies close to ECMWF deterministic and ECMWF ensemble mean trackers with medium confidence due to the significant along track spread. Intensity guidance is in general agreement, with all members indicating slow and steady intensification. HWRF diverges from the pack after 2 days, reaching a peak near 165 km per hour, 90 knots, while the COMPS TC models support faster intensification after 4 days. Additionally, the 1800 hours UTC COMPS TC, GFS, ensemble now shows 25% probabilities of rapid intensification after 3 days. The JTWC forecast tracks the consensus pack to the next 4 days, then moves up to meet the HWRF and COMPS TC with medium confidence.